Factors Affecting Transpiration by kscience.com. If you increase the temperature, what happens is any of the water that is in and around the stomata will evaporate. You're going to increase the rate of evaporation of water out of the stomata, which means that you will increase the rate of transpiration. So as you can see here, the water has evaporated, which leaves a gap inside the leaf. This empty space that is formed around the stomata will be filled with new water molecules, will evaporate. You're going to increase the rate of evaporation of water out of the stomata, which will then increase the rate of transpiration. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. If there is an increase in airflow of wind, that will push the water molecules away from the stomata, and what that does is causes an increased rate of evaporation of water through the stomata from inside the leaf. So again, this will cause an empty space where there is no water as it's evaporated, that will then be filled by water coming through from the xylem. That will then drag more water up through the xylem from the roots and increase the rate of transpiration as more water is evaporated out of the leaf. So if there is an increased airflow, this increases the evaporation of water by diffusion, so that means there's an increased rate of transpiration through the plant. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. How does increased humidity, that means an increase in water vapor around the leaf and the stomata, affect the rate of transpiration? As you can see here, I'm increasing the water concentration around the stomata because I'm increasing the humidity. So if there's more water outside of the stomata, that will decrease the concentration gradient between inside the leaf and outside the stomata. So that means there's going to be less evaporation by diffusion. So less water will leave the leaf and transpiration rate decreases. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. So if you increase the light intensity, how does that affect the rate of transpiration? Well, this one's quite easy, because if you increase the light intensity, that means you're increasing the rate of photosynthesis, which means that more water is needed for photosynthesis. So more water is required. This one is about water being used that is being supplied by the xylem to the leaf, and that water, when there's more light, is going to diffuse through the plant, and that is going to diffuse to the chloroplasts, whereby more water is being used for photosynthesis. So the more light, the more water is going to transpire through the xylem to the chloroplast. And then you add even more light. Here, higher light intensity, even more water is going to exit the xylem from the roots to the leaf for photosynthesis, which will then increase the water volume required for photosynthesis, which will then increase the rate of transpiration. It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. Press pause to practice using those key words. The answers will follow. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Press pause to answer the questions. The answers will follow. And if you're stuck, just re-watch the video. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Visit kscience.com for more free videos, worksheets and quizzes at kscience.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.